Wow, just get so burnt out with editing and filming in the same day. It's like quite the feat. Hey guys, Holly J here, aka Planet Ginger, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Today I have a little day in the life vlog slash I have a goal in mind to this day in the life vlog. What I want to do today is two things. One, get a lot of writing done. Two, get content planned and scheduled and edited and everything for the week. What this day of the life vlog is going to include is me pretending to be a full-time author and content creator for the day. So currently it's 11:04 right now, and what I'm planning on doing, because I kind of had a little bit of a slow start to the morning, but it's been a productive morning. I already did a little Pilates class and then I took a shower. So workout's done for the day, shower is done for the day. I'm all ready basically to go. I have a coupon for this little cafe that I really enjoy, so I want to go and use that. So I was thinking that would be a good amount of uninterrupted writing time. What my plan is tentatively is I would like to go and at least get some words down. I feel like what happens a lot of the time is I get to the end of the day and I realize that I haven't gotten any words at all down, and then I get too tired and I don't want to work on my writing. I'm trying to just combat that right away and at least get a little bit of writing in so that I feel more accomplished, and then hopefully get more done throughout the day. But also I really need to do content as well. I've been trying to post on TikTok every single day, and I've been trying my hardest to keep up with posting on YouTube every Sunday. The last 2 Sundays there's just been a lot going on. Summer is just crazy in general and I haven't been able to post. So I really want to post this Sunday, hence this little vlog happening right now. I want to try to get a jump start back into the YouTube grind. I have my laptop all packed away and I think I'm just gonna head to this cafe. Hi guys, that was such a productive little writing thing I did. I didn't really get any words down, which might seem anti-productive, but I actually think it was extremely productive. What I've been needing to do for the past several days now, and I just hadn't got around to doing it, is hold on. First of all, if you don't know, my main writing project that I am working on is titled Project Fairy Tale. It is a fairy tale retelling, and specifically this one is an Alice in Wonderland fairy tale retelling. If you want further info on that project or my other one, Project Romance, you can click the link up top because I have a full video explaining more in depth those two stories. But my main story, if I ever reference anything in my videos, it's usually Project Fairy Tale. If it's Project Romance, I usually specify it. What I have been meaning to do for the past couple of weeks now is go back to the story of Alice in Wonderland and create very limited, minimal information bullet points of when characters enter the story of Alice in Wonderland and briefly what happens and trigger words. So for example, the caucus race. The caucus race is a pretty well-known thing that happens in Alice in Wonderland. What characters are in the caucus race? What characters get brought up during the caucus race? When does it happen in the stories? Things like that. So I have wanted to go back and do those kind of bullet point outline of Alice in Wonderland so that I roughly know in my own piece when I want to bring in certain characters into the story and kind of what they're associated with. Like the Duchess and the Queen of Hearts. They're more towards the end of the story. They're more towards the croquet game. The croquet game is kind of like the finale. Well, sort of. It's leading up to the finale. It's kind of like the climax, and then the finale is the trial and all that stuff. So I want that momentum to kind of remain in my story. Obviously I'm not taking the same story and just copying it because it's a fairy tale retelling. So some of the similar things are going to be there, but it's going to be totally different. But I want to make sure that I'm giving the proper nods to to the actual original story of Alice in Wonderland enough that big fans of the story can read my piece and be like, oh yeah, okay, she did that really well. And she made so many connections to the original Lewis Carroll story. That is what I'm going for. So I finished that outline, but I think I'm going to have to go and do the outline also of Through the Looking Glass, which is the second Alice in Wonderland story, because I realized a part of my plot that I've already accounted for is Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the twins. They are already a character in my piece, and I was like, what the heck? They're actually not in the original story of Alice in Wonderland. And I was like, I could have sworn. Well, then I looked it up and I was like, no, technically in the books, they are in Through the Looking Glass. I'm pretty sure in the Disney story of Alice in Wonderland, I'm pretty sure they put Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the story of Alice in Wonderland. There's a couple other things from the Through the Looking Glass that I want to include in my piece, and that is mirrors, the concept of like mirrors and that being sort of a portal, Tweedledee, Tweedledum. And then there was another thing that I realized that, oh, like chess pieces become a big thing in Through the Looking Glass. That's going to be a concept in my piece that I definitely want to touch on. So there's like little things like that that I definitely think I will be taking also from Through the Looking Glass. Again, it's more for plot points that I want to make sure like my big connections to Alice in Wonderland are there, you know? And I think that it'll help with the flow of my own story, knowing where those plot points occur and how does the character get from each plot point to the next. I think that that'll help propel my story as well. So I'm definitely analyzing that, and I'm definitely like utilizing those outlines to kind of create my own going into it. So, and like I said, I think that in the long run, it'll make my writing much easier. Let me just take a seat so I can talk to you guys. Not as like properly as that. So my plan for the rest of the day, it is currently 1:06. So we spent like 2-ish hours at the cafe, which I thought was pretty good. Now that I'm back home, I definitely want to film a TikTok so that I can get that posted today. I've been posting like one sit down chatty video and then another like aesthetic or just montagey video that doesn't necessarily need any dialogue in it. So I am thinking that I want to sit down and do a chatty video. I have to figure out what that's going to be exactly. I've been kind of brain dead on ideas lately. I've been making a lot of bookish content, which I mean, makes sense. Like I would say that I'm like a cozy hobby bookish / writing main channel, but I do want to throw in occasional like Disney content or adventure content or paranormal content in there as well. But I think the majority of my niche, I would say, is cozy hobbies, primarily books and writing, because obviously my main goal of any of my social medias is that I want to be an author one day. So that needs to be my main goal on all my socials. But I do like to dabble in gaming and adventuring and Disney and paranormal as well. So I do like to throw some of those videos in there from time to time. Generally speaking, I've been doing sit down talk videos on books mostly lately. I do think I want to film a writing vlog for TikTok, which obviously I'm going to do here too. Obviously, like I just said, I did a lot of outlining at the cafe, but I need to actually get words on the page. So I do want to do like a 30-minute writing sprint or something for Project Fairy Tale and film that for TikTok and obviously for this video as well. So I need to film that, but I don't want to do that right now because I want a little break from the writing. So what I want to do is I want to sit and I want to film some sort of sit down video and edit it so that I can get that ready to post for whenever I want. I've been posting like later in the day normally on TikTok. So I just want to get it ready so that I don't have to think about it. Today, I'm not going to try to focus on content. I'm going to more try to focus on my writing. I'm just going to do that really quickly, film that video, and then we'll reconvene and then we'll see how I'm feeling about maybe doing a writing sprint after that. We're at 1:09 right now. Content creation / TikTok little intermission here. I just kind of wanted to show you guys my setup. I always get interested in this for like content creators, how they arrange their little shooting setups, but I just think it's funny because it's very non-aesthetic most of the time, and then we end up making these videos that look really put together, and I don't know. It's just always funny to me. Back over here, we have my laptop, and let me just show you. My iPhone is mirroring to my laptop, picking you guys up and bringing you guys over. So I normally film over here on my little chair in front of my bookshelf because I just kind of like that background. It's a really nice little aesthetic background. I'm going to set you guys on my bed right now. And right next to me on my bed is where I have, see, I'm in the I'm in the shot, but I have my laptop, which my iPhone is currently mirroring to. I put it right on my bed so that I can see if I'm in frame or not. Like everybody says on social media, it's way better to use the back camera. So I try to use the back camera for these sit down talking videos just because it's like better quality and I like the look of it better. I like to see if I'm in frame or if I really like the shot. So I like having that going. So then we have this, which is my iPhone set up. Obviously filming right where it needs to be. I'm gonna put you guys on the back of my chair for a second. This is kind of what I'm seeing. So I got my iPhone here filming. I got my laptop over here that's showing me my reflection. And then right here, this is sometimes here, sometimes not. If I have sort of a script or like bullet points I want to hit, I will write it on my iPad and have my iPad just kind of sitting there on my computer chair. For this video specifically, I'm going to be going over my summer TBR, which I've already done a YouTube video on that, but I want to do just kind of like a short form, kind of rallying off what I'm reading in the summer. So I needed to know what I mentioned in my YouTube video. So that is what is currently written here on my iPad so that I can just kind of list it off for TikTok. And yeah, so that's kind of the setup. And that's kind of how I film these TikToks. Some of these videos are easier to film than others. Like if I have a stack of books, I don't necessarily need my laptop because I know to just go through the stack of books and I know what I'm filming for. Other times I do need the assistance. So I'm filming on my Sony ZV-E10 right now. I do have a light attached to my Sony ZV-E10 that I'm filming on right now. And I'm actually going to put that on my chair as well behind my iPad because it does look a little bit better. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that because I always am just kind of interested in how people set up their filming spots. So I figured I'd show you guys. So let's get filming. See, this is what always happens to me on filming days is I start filming and I just get so exhausted so quick. I think it's more so because you have to just be so on when you're filming and you have to be like worried about what you're saying and how fast you're saying it and how slow you're saying it and how clearly you're explaining things. And I don't know, it's just like so much to think about that it's so draining. I literally just filmed one TikTok, that's it, which I had to do a quick change for because I realized it was a summer TBR. So I was like, I don't look very summery right now. I want to look like kind of summery if I'm going over a summer TBR. I did a quick change and then I recorded it. And I mean, see, this is the other problem is you end up filming and you film for, this was 7 minutes, which isn't that much compared to like a YouTube video and what you have to edit when you're filming a YouTube video. But 7 minutes, I'm like just thinking, oh my God, now I have to edit that, cut out all of my excess dialogue and like input all of these book covers on there. And I just was like, oh my God. And I just feel like I've been doing a lot of talking since I've been talking to you guys and talking on TikTok. So I feel like I need a little bit of a break. My thought on this is that I am going to switch modes again. I'm going to edit this TikTok like I had originally intended. I mean, honestly, now I think about it, I was literally telling you guys that that was my plan. I am getting onto my computer right now because I have actually been editing all my TikToks in CapCut on my desktop. And oh my gosh, you guys, the transcript mode in CapCut where you can like go through your dialogue, like I'm sure it's AI that it uses, but it basically transcribes your video for you and then you can see what you're saying and like get rid of all these sections that just don't even matter. And it is kind of a game changer. I edit all of my TikToks in CapCut and then I edit most of my YouTube videos in Final Cut Pro. And I actually kind of like that distinction. So then I just kind of, I don't know, it like helps separate all my content. And luckily, I do not really have plans today either, which tends to be my problem on Fridays is I end up sitting down to do content and then I get bombarded with things that, you know, people wanting to hang out, other things I have going on, appointments, etc., etc. And today I actually just have time for myself. Well, mostly because I was planning to film a day in the life video today and do this idea of pretending to be a content creator and full-time author, but also because I did need to get a lot done today. So I was like, I need to just stay home and do content and edit and like get ahead because I'm feeling very behind lately. And not gonna lie, I've been feeling very insecure about how many words I'm getting down, and I'm feeling very insecure in my manuscripts. It's hitting that point where I am getting irritated with myself that my novel isn't progressing. So I really need to start putting in the time and energy into my novel. So that's what today is for. But I do need a break from talking. So I am gonna edit and then we'll talk after. Whew. Hello. Wow, just get so burnt out with editing and filming in the same day. It's like quite the feat. It is currently 3:14 and I just finished kind of editing and getting together my TikTok for today to post. Which honestly, it's kind of crazy that it's taken me this long. I feel like I'm moving a little slowly and I'm like not fully like putting my all into filming and editing at the current moment, but it's pretty much ready to post. So I'm just going to wait a little bit to post that because again, I kind of need a little break. So I'm just going to wait a little bit and then I'll go post that. Kind of shifted over to my content for the current moment, and I'm looking at my content calendar. I have 3 sit down videos ready to film, and one of them is going to be a writing vlog. So I'm actually kind of thinking I might film that right now and just do the writing vlog right now, again, to get more words in and to film content, kind of get them both out of the way. And then the other one is going to be a reading vlog, which I do want to get some reading done today before 5 o'clock because like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have plans tonight. My cousin's in town and I think the plan is that we're all gonna get together. So I'm really trying to get most of my content and writing done again during the day so that I don't have to worry about it going into the night. What I'm thinking is film the writing vlog, right now so that I can kind of just mellow out for the rest of the day. Also, I'm really excited looking at my content calendar because I realized that this coming Thursday I am going to 5 Seconds of Summer and I am so excited for that concert. I cannot wait. That is going to be so much fun. I just can't wait. I love 5 Seconds of Summer. I am having so much fun listening to their new album and like just watching all of their new little TikToks and stuff. They are a vibe right now and I'm just living for it. I really want to have like a 5 sauce summer. And I'm going with my sister. Like me and my sister are going to go to this concert together and I'm so excited. I can't even express how excited I am for that. One of my TikToks for the week is probably going to be a transition video of like, our outfit going into the concert and stuff. So I just didn't realize it was like that soon. So, and then the 4th of July is going to be this next weekend. So there's going to be a lot of things, just a lot of things. This next weekend's probably going to be a little hard for me to keep up with content. So I'm glad that I'm doing this weekend and like actually putting in the time to get a little ahead on my content. So that makes me really happy. Well, on to the next. We're going to film a writing vlog. So we're going to switch over. We're going to do another little TikTok. We're going to do a 30-minute writing sprint. Okay, you guys, it is officially 5 o'clock, which means we are going to end our day being a full-time author/content creator. I actually am pretty impressed because I think that we got a lot accomplished. We got a lot of writing done. I actually got 593 words done for that writing sprint that I did and got a little bit more editing done. So it's been a productive day and I think that this was pretty fun. I honestly was pretty proud of myself with how I stayed focused all day. I did get burnout a little bit, at least with like content creation and writing. When I get burnt out on writing, I try to jump over to content. And when I get burnt out on content, I try to jump back over to writing. I'm going to cut the vlog there. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.